Hey guys, it's me. I haven't done one of these in a
I'm
while.
not quite sure how to help you with that.
Ignore that. I haven't done one of these in quite a while. But this is me just getting my feelings out. Uh, it's coming up on my 7-year anniversary of moving out of my mom's place. I moved here, where I live now, on June 14th. In Not June 2014, my bad. June 3rd, 2014 is when I moved out of my mom's place. Um, I've been here almost 7 years, like I said earlier. Um, and it's been a real struggle. I've been struggling a lot. Not financially and stuff, but I know we have I know the things that are going on in the world, the pandemic and and COVID and all that stuff. But things for me have been a little time before that. Like for the past maybe 3.5 years, I've been trying to find this significant other. No luck. My real dream is to get out of New York and just move to, to to Massachusetts, Boston, Massachusetts, and live up there. Because, like I said, for the past 3.5 years, going on 4 years, I've been trying to find my significant other, and I rarely go out. You guys can't tell, but maybe you can tell, but I'm disabled, so it's kind of tough for me to go out. Um, and I tried to get in the programs and stuff. But it's a whole big mess for me to try to find programs. You know, there's a bunch of red tape, and they just changed my service coordinator for the fourth or fifth time since I've been here. There's not a lot of things bring me joy. I mean, recently I found the show You're the Worst, and I binge watched it, and I told my brother I told my brother that's what I wanted for my birthday, so he gave me an Amazon gift card so I could purchase all 5 seasons of You're the Worst, and and yeah, and the real thing is the main thing is I also gave myself um uh, uh I also gave myself 6 years, now 5 years, to try to find my significant other. Um, but the point is, the main thing is that the reason I'm doing this video is because lately, over the past couple of years, I've noticed through social media like TikTok and Instagram, and YouTube, that I've noticed that there's people in my condition and worse that but they have what I want, which is I want a significant other, marriage, kids, even I want all that, and I feel like time's running out for me. I just turned 31 this past uh this past February. I just turned 31. So, like I said before, I gave myself 6 years to try to find my significant other. And I don't think she's here because, I only go out a couple of times a year. I mean, I don't go out a couple of times a year. Like, I only go to one place when I go out from here. When I go out from here, I'm going to a doctor's appointment only. And I go from the doctor's to back home. And the other time, the only other time I go out in the year is when I go to New York City Comic Con with my brother. And that I had to miss that last year because of the pandemic and stuff. And I put on a facade, but I'm really not happy. Like, my ultimate dream is to be like one of the couples or one of the people on Instagram or TikTok that I see on here that have worse than I do, and yet they do a bunch of stuff. They go on cruises. They go on adventures. The main thing I see from that is that they have a significant other, and that's another thing. Like, I don't like to rock the boat. I don't like to cause trouble, but you know sometimes it just really gets to me, and I can never vent. I really am upset that I know she's gonna see this, but I'm upset that something that really hurt me, and that I didn't tell anyone that it hurt me, was that my mom went to Ecuador, back to her childhood home for a while. I think she's coming back in a couple of weeks. But yet she tells me that she doesn't want to go on a cruise with me, and this is before the pandemic, because I brought this thing up to her a couple of times, and I said, like, why don't we take a cruise? Just certain members of the family, and to hear that she's going back home, flying back home, that kind of irked me a little bit, but I don't say anything because there's no one to back me up. See, if I had my significant other, I would just, to be honest with you guys, to whoever's watching this, I would just pack up and leave, because I honestly don't like New York. I hate it. I wanna go up to Boston. That way my family is forced to come and see me. Like, for the holidays, they're forced to come to see me. Like, and they're actually forced to get out of the house and travel and take time off and go somewhere else. We don't just go to another borough, which is basically what we do. I'm sick of that, and I would just, every time I say this to myself every day. If I had a connection to the Speed Force, I'd just pack up and leave, cause I hate New York. She's not here. I've been trying to find her, and no one wants to help me find her. So I've been trying to do this all on my own. And I know it failed for my brother. I saw what it did to him, but I don't. Like I said, time is running out for me. I don't know, and I know that. And another thing that why it is so important to me is that I know that time is running out. I know that time is running out. With my mom. Not that she's sick or anything, but no, she's up there in age, and one of the things that I would like to see her see me do is to have a wife and a family, and it doesn't seem to bother her. I don't know why it doesn't seem to bother her. She seems to laugh it off every time I bring it up to her. Everybody thinks this is a joke when I say that I want a partner. I mean, it was a joke it started off as a joke, but as I got older, it's not a joke anymore. I mean, what really got to me, what really got me wanting to travel and move out of the state was seeing, like I said, I bring it back to this, but seeing other people in worse condition than I am, because I have just normal cerebral palsy, but there's other people that are amputees, they're veterans, and their children, their kids that are nonverbal or women that are nonverbal, and they have significant others. And again, they travel and they have partners, and I see that. And to be born with that every day, and to be like, I'm not blaming all of it on my surroundings and the people that but I would say it's 60-40. 60 of the percent being my fault, 40% being the people that failed to help me. And when I say people, I mean talking about everybody. But I just don't want to look back at this time, and like I have said this before, but I'm always scared that one day my older brother is gonna call us one day. He's gonna tell the family one day through WhatsApp or whatever the app is. Whenever he makes this announcement, but I always fear that one day he's gonna make an announcement that he's he's gonna he's getting married, and he might not do the big wedding with the tux and the bride and the white dress, but there's gonna be a party, and and I always feel like I'm gonna be the person at the table, and and people are gonna come by and ask, "Oh, how you doing?" And I'm gonna be like, Yet my nieces and nephews and my little brother is gonna have, they're gonna be dancing on the dance floor, and I'm gonna be just sitting at the table, and and it's re- and it's frustrating because I know it failed for him once, but he can do it again. But at the rate I'm doing, I'm never gonna. And yes, you might be saying, oh, he's just doing, he just wants to be intimate with her. And yes, that might be part of it. Yes, that might be true. But honestly, that is something I want. Actually, that is something I truly want. Because online stuff could only take you so far. But 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 I want the stuff in between that. I want the I want the staying in on Friday nights, the the staying in on Saturday nights, the moving in together, her moving in with me or me moving in with her. I want to have the hospital visit where you go for the sonogram, and you look at the sonogram, and And sorry about that, but I'm trying to hold back tears because, you know, every time I bring that up to myself, it makes me want to cry. And I'm trying not to cry. Um, but yeah, and you know, I want the typical things. I want the moving in. I want the who's hosting Thanksgiving. Can we host it this year? You guys come up to Massachusetts and you drive up to Massachusetts and you see us there and stuff and it's like I'm just saying if I had a significant other, I'd be much happier because I'd have someone to come home to when I come home from the doctor, or we could turn that into a date night. You know, like instead of coming right back home, we go to a Outback Steakhouse or an Applebee's, and we go and we dinner and we do the thing where you take the leftovers in the box and you do things and yeah, and that's another thing. Like that's another thing because another thing I always say to myself is that the good ones are always taken because and that's why I claim that she's not here because you know and the thing no one helps me, like no one's putting in the work. I mean, not putting in the work, but no one's like helping me out. No one, no one gives a shit. No one cares about the. If I like I keep going back to this because it's true. If I had a significant other, I think I'd be much happier. Like, like, like I'm just saying that things aren't like it's been 7 years, and it's gonna be 7 years over here on my own, and yes, I'm making it. You know, I have a couple things. I bought a PlayStation 4 when it was maybe like in 2015. Um, I got the WWE Network. I got some subscriptions. Got PlayStation Plus. Yeah. And I always say this to everyone that listens. I would give up all my material possessions for like a 3 or 4 year good relationship with a woman that loves me and that's happy to be with me, and I'm happy to be with her, and she gets me, and we just make each other laugh. We like the same things. Um, she likes Comic Con and things, and we go to Comic Con, and you know it would be the three of us, my older brother, her, and me, and you know like for instance, I was gonna plan this. Speaking of You're the Worst, I was gonna go as